Good morning, everyone. I'm Irene, if you haven't joined me before, and we're doing just some quick little social distancing yoga practices that hopefully you can throw into your days. I hope that you guys enjoy these. There are lots of practices on the Instagram channel, but there are some practices that I wasn't able to post to Instagram that are on my blog. So if you feel like checking those out, please go to the link to my website and to my blog, and you can watch all of those extra practices there. So I hope everybody's feeling good this morning and well and safe. And let's do a little bit of yoga together. So I think we're going to start with just it's going to be a simple, quick flow to kind of get things moving. But before we do that, go ahead and find a comfortable seat. So take a few moments, make sure you can feel both sit bones moving down towards the earth. And if you need to, roll the shoulders out, just really settling into this space. I'm not going to spend too much time, it's early here. I haven't moved much yet today. Excuse me, I'm gonna yawn. So go ahead and find that comfortable seat. Close your eyes. Find a comfortable place for the palms, whether it's in the lap or on the tops of the thighs. And begin to notice your breath. Notice each inhalation and each exhalation. And on your next inhale, draw your palms together at heart center. And exhale, lower your face, acknowledging your heart. And place your palms in your lap. Go ahead and look up. So let's go ahead and come to our hands and knees. Place your palms underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. I haven't done much yet today, so let's tap out the tops of the feet, kind of open those up, and then take the toes, drag the toes along the mat here, stretching out your arches just a little bit. And then let's move forward and back here on the hands and knees, waking up the wrist just a little bit, and then side to side. Excuse me, I'm gonna yawn again. And then take and stretch, bringing the back of the hand to the floor. Now this can be pretty intense for some people. I know it's pretty intense for me, especially first thing in the morning. So just a couple of times here, stretching out the backs of the wrists, the forearms, changing directionality a little bit. And then let's move through a few cat-cows. So on your inhale, lift and lengthen, stretching the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, tuck and round. One more, just like that. And then on your next inhale, go ahead. Bring the big toes together, knees wide. Let's find a child's pose for just a moment, stretching the hips back to the heels. Walk your fingertips out. Let your sternum start to descend towards the floor. And bringing your forehead down and just rock across the forehead here. Breathing nice and deep. And then on your next inhale, go ahead, press into those palms. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Let's find a little wide downward facing dog. So bend one knee and then the other heel toe through the ankles and the feet. Just kind of shake out the neck. Creating lots of space here. Waking up the backs of the legs a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Maybe you want to pick up a foot, kind of circle the ankle around. Maybe there's a little popping and cracking, right? And then come up to the tippy toes and exhale the heels towards the floor. Again, inhale, come up to the tippy toes, and then exhale the heels down. One more breath. And then exhale, go ahead and bend your knees, bring your knees back down, and then bring the tops of the feet to the floor, sit back on the heels, coming into a little hero pose here. So take a few moments feeling that stretch in the fronts of the feet and the fronts of the ankles. Breathing nice and deep here. Fingertips reach towards the floor for a moment, but sitting up nice and tall, so feeling the height in the spine. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, drop the palms. So drop your right arm and then your left. Clasp your elbows, reach up through the sides of the body. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, reach those arms up. Drop the left hand and then the right. Again, clasp the elbows, pressing those elbows out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring those hands down, walk the hands forward. We're gonna do something called a broken toe pose. Not everybody's favorite, but it's nice for waking up the feet and the ankles. Tuck the toes underneath you, sit back on your heels. Now, if this is not comfortable for you, maybe you can reach down, you can grab those toes, drag them forward. You can stay up on the knees here and you'll still get a nice stretch in the feet. But find what works for you, what's comfortable. And then take your hands behind your, interlace your fingers. Let's start with the left pinky on the outside. Stretch those knuckles towards the ground. Find that broadening in the chest. Breathe here. And then slowly release those hands, opposite clasp. So right finger on the outside, stretch those knuckles down. And then again, release those hands, walk your way forward. Flip to the tops of the feet, maybe again, press into the tops of the feet for a moment. Stretch out those toes, and then tuck your toes, lift your hips back to that downward facing dog. Heel toe through the ankles and the feet again. And then again, inhale, coming up to the tippy toes, reaching the hips high. And exhale, the heels towards the floor. One more time, inhale, coming up. And exhale, the heels towards the floor. Inhale here. And then on your next exhale, slowly walk your feet forward, finding your way into your forward fold. So taking your time getting there. Bend the knees deeply, shake out side to side, front to back, really letting go. And then on your inhale, bend those knees, roll up, vertebra to vertebra, lifting and lengthening. Shoulders to the back. Last thing to lift is the crown of the head. Inhale, reach your arms up. On your exhale, reach the hips behind you, bend those knees, find a little half squat. So here, first thing in the morning, I kind of like to bounce, wake up my hips a little bit, kind of find some space here. And then on your exhale, dive back forward, forward fold, Uttanasana, shake it out. Inhale, bend those knees, roll up, vertebra to vertebra, lifting and lengthening shoulders to the back. Last thing to lift, crown of the head. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, little half squat. Again, kind of bouncing out, waking up those hips a little, waking up the legs. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend one knee, keeping the other leg straight, finding some space in the outside of the hip, and then switch sides. And then again, bend those knees, inhale, roll up, vertebra to vertebra, lifting and lengthening, shoulders to the back. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time, look up, find a little back of it. And then exhale, reach those hips back behind you, half squat. Inhale here. And then exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. See if the legs become a little straighter this time. On your next inhale, find that flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. So strengthen the belly, strengthen the back. I like robot arms here just to really encourage the muscles in the back. On your exhale, plant your palms and go ahead, tippy toe, walk those feet back to that downward facing dog. Shake out the head, the neck. Again, inhale, come up to the tippy toes, and exhale, the heels heavy. On your next inhale, shift forward to a plank pose. Now here you can modify if you'd like, lower the knees if you need to. But on your exhale, you're gonna shift forward and back. So you can be here on the knees and you can still go forward and back a little bit. So working those wrists just a little bit more. And then exhale, chaturanga with control all the way to the floor. Now inhale, little cobra pose. Push to the tops of the feet. Light in the fingertips, just waking up the spine. Exhale, release it down. I'm gonna do this 3 times. Inhale, little cobra. And exhale. Release it down, last one.
Inhale, and I like to kind of shake out in between. And exhale, release it down. I don't know, it just feels good. Again, press through a plank or the hands and knees, whatever works for you first thing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Shake the head no. Exhale, nod the head yes. Inhale. And on your exhale, walk your feet forward. Lots of little steps. Again, finding your way back to that forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, roll up, bend the knees, vertebra to vertebra, finding your way back to that standing mountain pose. So again, just really simple practice for this morning. We'll do this a couple more times just like this, and it should wake you up. So inhale, reach your arms up, little back bend. Exhale, half squat. Inhale here, and then exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Feel that strength in the back of the body. Exhale, plant your palms, walk your feet back, downward facing dog. So lots of little steps. Sometimes we take one big step, but when you're waking up first thing, I think those little steps really help kind of lubricate. Inhale, shift forward to your plank pose. Lower the knees if you need to. On your exhale, chaturanga all the way to the floor. Inhale, little cobra pose. Now here we're gonna hold this time. Squeeze those elbows towards each other. Push into the tops of the feet. Pick up the fingertips. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Look down at the floor. Inhale. And then exhale, release it down. Press either through hands and knees or a plank. Downward facing dog. Exhale here. Inhale, come high up to the tippy toes. And exhale, the heels heavy. Again, inhale, shake the head no. And exhale, nod the head yes. Inhale. And on your exhale, walk those feet back forward. Lots of little steps, finding your way back to that Uttanasana. Inhale to a half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, bend those knees, roll up vertebra to vertebra, lifting and lengthening. Last one. Inhale, reach your arms up, little back bend. Exhale, half squat, reach the hips behind you. Inhale here, and exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, feel that strength in the back. Exhale, plant those palms, again, walk those feet back, lots of little steps, find that way back to that downward facing dog. Inhale here, come up to the tippy toes. Exhale, the heels heavy. Inhale to your plank pose, push-up position. Exhale, chaturanga with control all the way to the floor. Now inhale, we're gonna find a sphinx this time. So elbows under the shoulders, little deeper back bend, just shake out side to side, still waking up the spine. Exhale here. Breathing nice and deep, inhaling. And exhaling. One more breath. And then exhale, release it down. Place those palms under the shoulders, press through the hands and knees, and then find your way back to your child's pose. Hips to heels, forehead to the floor. Just kind of rock side to side, roll across the forehead. Take a deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, press to the palms, pull yourself up to the hands and knees, bring those knees hip distance apart, and again, shift back, hips to heels, find that hero pose. So you're welcome to go through this practice 2 or 3 times. You'll have a nice little flow. You can add this to another practice, or maybe you just use this to kind of warm every little bit of you up for your day. So thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Namaste.